Hi all Tech Savvy fans, I'm Phil Seibel if you haven't met me already. I'm the digital manager here at the Brainerd Dispatch, and we just want to give you a review on one of the products that we've been able to test out for you. What I have here is my iPad and what's called the Brydge Plus, which is made by the guys at The Brydge, obviously. It's www.thebrydge.com. And what it basically is on a basic level is a Bluetooth keyboard and speaker combination housed in a beautiful aerospace grade anodized aluminum case. And over the next little bit here we'll be going through a review where we look at some of the details, the unboxing. What you have in the Brydge is a keyboard solution and a case solution really too that's not like anything else that's out there, just in the way that it works together with the iPad both physically and with some of the software and buttons that they use in there as well. So over the next little bit in this video we'll go through some of the pros and what we really liked about it. Alright, we're doing an official unboxing I suppose, but we just got the Brydge in the mail, so we're going to check it out and see what this really looks like here. So as you can see, we've got their new packaging. So this is now just getting into production here now. So they finished their Kickstarter campaign, and so now the pre-orders from Kickstarter and the supporters from there are now being shipped. And this is the package that they're going to get, and then presumably this is what people are going to be able to get off their website as well. But you can see here that they've actually renamed it the Brydge Plus. They now have 3 different models as opposed to the 2 that they had when they launched their Kickstarter campaign. They have the redesigned hinge, which you can see if you've looked on their website, you'll see they have 2 separate hinges now as opposed to the one where they just had just the one solid one in the back before. So let's take a peek and see. You did a good job shipping this. So as we take this out here, it's definitely not a cheaply made piece of pop can aluminum. I mean, they are not kidding when they say this is a solid piece of equipment. At the same time, it's not as heavy as some of the other keyboards that I've had in the past. You can see here they have their redesigned hinge. And moving these hinges here now, I can feel it locking into a couple of predetermined slots, which will make it easy for set viewing angles. They're very solid. There's definitely no give in this either way. If I try and flex it a little bit here, there's really not a lot of give. You can see here that they were kind enough to send us the version that has the integrated Bluetooth speakers. So according to the website, this gives approximately a 10 decibel boost over what the iPad has built into itself. So we'll give that a little demo here later too. You can see here that they have the full range of QWERTY keyboard. They also have at the top here some integrated buttons here. It looks like an internet button to bring up your browser, some media stuff, home screen, brightness adjustment, things like that. So that's definitely one of the perks of this Brydge keyboard, is that it was designed to work exclusively with the iPad, so you're talking about something that's going to have a lot of integration right out of the gate. Other things that are still in the package, looks like we have a charging station here using a micro USB, which is very standard. So you got to plug that into any charger base that you have there. And they've also sent additional hinge clips. So if you look inside here, you're going to see inside the hinge there's like little rubber feet that are going to be what's holding the iPad into the hinge itself. And then inside they've got a couple different packages for some of the different models that they have. So here we have the iPad 2, which is what I'll be using. They also have one for an iPad 3/4 and then a clear one for the 3 and 4 as well. So I'm assuming this one here is, since the iPad 2 one here is the black one, this is for an iPad 2 in the clear as well. So you get your pick, how you want that to look on there. So flipping it over, you're going to see it's a very nice clean profile on the back, non-skid stickers right there, which is great. On the side you're going to see a charging station and your power LED notification right there. So once we get everything hooked up and running, we're going to be able to see that notification light right there, so you'll know when you need to charge it, when it's on, and when it's functioning. So very exciting stuff. We're going to get an iPad and get everything hooked up, and then we'll be back after this. Okay, so we're back now. I've grabbed my iPad. I have the iPad 2, so it should fit, as you can see. I've always been using the smart cover, which again has worked great. It gives us a couple different viewing angles and things like that. But one of the faults I've thought with the smart cover is it does tend to collect dust because it rests on the surface that you're using, and so it's kind of an inconvenience there. So I'm really excited to give the Brydge a try and see how that works and compares. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust my hinges here now, and I'm going to get this all set up. Pairing with the Brydge is a breeze. I'm going to take off all the covers and everything else that are on my iPad and get logged in. And then what we'll do is, you can see here, we've got our Brydge, and I'm going to flip it on, and you can see there that the blue LED lights up. And so what I go down to is I'll go to my settings on my iPad, and I'll turn my Bluetooth. The Brydge uses a Bluetooth connection for both the keyboard and the speakers, so it's really convenient with that. Now I just need to recognize. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. So here I push Control K, and right at the bottom here I have Brydge keyboard. So I'm going to select that, and now it should start to pair. So I need to enter my code on the keyboard, hit enter, and now I should be connected, and it'll say I'm connected to my Brydge keyboard right there. So now what I can do is I can take my iPad 2 and I can slide it right into the dock there, and you can see here I can line it up so it fits right on there, and you look at that nice slim profile, it just barely doubles the size of my iPad, but now I have this complete setup. And now if I lift it up there, you're going to see that it has it put my iPad to sleep, it put the screen to sleep, and now it woke it up once it came on. So I'm going to enter my password here, and the keyboard is working just fine. And you'll see now I have my entire iPad set up right there. So let's do a little browsing and see what we can do here with some of these things. If I want to go to something here, let's just go to let's go here and open up a new browser window here, and we'll just type in, I'm going to go to google.com, and as I type that in you can see it punching in right from there. So then it works just like a keyboard should, which is great. If you see here, I can use some of the keyboard shortcuts here. I'm adjusting my brightness level. I can go to this keyboard button here. I can take this here. If I go to this button here, that's going to bring me back to my home screen, which is really cool. I thought I saw a browser button there, so that one doesn't seem to be working. If I push the search button, it obviously goes there. So some of these hotkeys, really interesting. I can pull up some of my photos and stuff from right there. I can go back to my home screen, and I turned on my screensaver apparently, so I can also have the lock button here, so I can lock my screen right from there if I want to do that, and then I can come back here and just enter my password, and away I go. So I mean, really cool stuff here. I'm going to take a break here for a second, and then I'm going to try and pair up the speakers, and we'll get that all set up too. Oh, there we go. So now I have my music playing, and right down here you see Brydge speakers. So I'm going to connect to that, and it should automatically pair, and we should have some amplified sound here. And that is a tremendous difference, actually. This is, it is about a 50% increase on the overall volume, which is really neat. So I'm going to go back to my home screen here so you can see this is about where I'm at. I'm about 2/3 up now. So if I bring the volume all the way up, you're going to see a pretty significant difference in the volume. Obviously, I can control my my music player, from the hotkeys on the keyboard as well, which is really cool. You'll notice too, you may not be able to hear it, but when I had the sound turned all the way up on my iPad, the speakers did a really great job of preserving that audio quality. I didn't have any of that tinniness or the buzzing or the that garbagey type stuff you get with some of these cheaper models or things like that. So these guys at the Brydge have really done a great job of making sure this is a quality product. I am really impressed with everything so far. So. So one of the fun things that they did on the Brydge's website, if you go to it, you really should check it out. They have some really great videos that really show a little bit more about what it does, and and some of the things that we didn't cover here too. But what they also have is a couple of videos that show the strengths of its durability. Obviously it's aluminum. It's going to be a little more high quality than some of the plastic things that we have out there. It's going to stand up to the cold a little better, which in Minnesota that's a huge plus. So one of the tests they did though I thought was really nice is, once they got everything hooked up, they have your iPad obviously, and everything's hooked up, and then they went like this, and they shook it to show that obviously it didn't fall off of your iPad. So then what they did is they flipped it upside down, and they shook it there too, and as you can see, it's still in there, solid as a rock. So once again, really love how this has worked out so far. I've had this just about 2 weeks now. I was hoping that I'd be able to give you some battery information. On their website they list that if you're using only the keyboard, you can expect the battery to last months on end. Using it with the speakers, you're going to see some less time, obviously, because you're running additional stuff. I charged this the day I got it, like I said, about 2 weeks ago now. Charged it fully. I've had it off the charger since, and I am still going strong. I haven't had to recharge it yet. I was hoping that I would be able to run it down and tell you guys, hey, this battery's going to last you this long, but it is really doing well, and I've been using the keyboard and the speakers simultaneously every day for an extended amount of time, and I haven't had any problems yet. So once again, to the guys at the Brydge, thank you so much. This is a great product, and to all of our readers out there, thanks for watching. I really hope you'll go to their website and check it out for more information. Make sure you check out the gift guide that came out this weekend as well. We've got some great pointers and tips for some of the other stuff we have in there too. But once again, the Brydge here, the Brydge keyboard, and everything else that these guys have put together is one rock solid product. I give it 2 thumbs way up. And it's definitely going to be something I'm going to continue using for the foreseeable future. So Brydge Plus, 2 thumbs way up. Go get yourself one.